But courage will.
Mario, this doesn't look like Bowser's work.
This world ain't big enough for the two of us, Mario.
Then I'll make...
The Super Mario Bros. 2 movie picks up the whimsical, color-soaked adventure where its predecessor left off, expanding the Mushroom Kingdom into even more fantastical territories while deepening the emotional stakes for its characters. At its heart, this sequel embraces everything that has made Mario one of the most enduring icons in gaming history: relentless optimism, friendship tested by impossible challenges, and an infectious sense of wonder. But it also goes further, boldly weaving in new characters, unexpected emotional turns, and world-building that feels fresh without betraying its roots. Instead of simply repeating the formula of the first film, it elevates the world, giving audiences a richer look not just at what it means to be a hero in a kingdom of magic, but what it takes to grow beyond familiar roles into something greater. The movie opens in a moment that feels familiar yet charged with promise. Peace has returned to the Mushroom Kingdom, yet the echoes of past battles remain. Kingdom residents hustle back into their daily rhythms, Toads busy at bustling markets, Yoshi's playing in glades of emerald grass, and Princess Peach ruling with grace and wisdom. It's a hopeful tableau, but one tinged with awareness that tranquility often precedes new trials. The sense of calm is temporary, like the stillness before a tide turns, and soon enough, it does. An enigmatic rift appears near the edge of the kingdom, glowing with shifting hues that defy ordinary magic. Instead of fading with time, this rift grows, warping the sky with iridescent waves that ripple across clouds and horizon alike. At first it seems benign, almost beautiful, but its very presence disrupts the harmony of Mario's world. Nearby flowers wilt under its light, time bends around its edges, and creatures behave unpredictably. The once stable magic of the Mushroom Kingdom begins to feel uncertain, as if reality itself is unraveling in tiny threads. That sense of wobbling reality sets the tone for an adventure that will demand bravery, not just in battle, but in belief. Mario and Luigi, once again at the center of this unfolding mystery, feel the call to action with a familiar mixture of eagerness and trepidation. Mario, whose cheerful confidence has been sharpened by past experience, notices that this threat feels unlike any they've faced before. There's a subtle, uncanny intelligence behind the rift, one that seems to watch, to test, and to invite the unexpected. Luigi, on the other hand, struggles with his own fear. Always cast in his brother's formidable shadow, he wonders if courage is merely the absence of fear or the ability to move forward with fear. This internal conversation unfolds quietly beneath explosions and races, reminding viewers that heroes are not born fearless. They become brave because they choose to act in spite of fear. The princess, wise and resolute, calls for unity across the realms. She gathers allies from every corner of the kingdom, knights of shining resolve, scholarly toads versed in ancient lore, and even enigmatic figures who dwell at the borders of known magic. The call for alliance becomes one of the film's emotional pillars. When the unknown looms large, it is not singular strength that conquers, but collective courage. The Mushroom Kingdom has always been a mosaic of creatures and cultures, and now it truly needs every piece to stand together. From the very beginning of this sequel, the pacing breathes like water, calm enough to let viewers savor the charm of the world, yet always carrying undercurrents of tension that promise unpredictable turns. The rift pulses like a heart out of sync, disrupting gravity in playful yet unsettling ways. Boulders roll uphill, colors invert in the blink of an eye, and familiar pathways fold into impossible turns. This distortion of reality serves not just as spectacle but as metaphor. The heroes must navigate a world where past rules no longer apply, reinforcing that growth often comes not from mastering the familiar, but from embracing the unfamiliar. As our heroes venture forth, familiar faces return, characters whose quirks have become beloved staples of the Mario universe. Some bring comic relief, others bring unexpected wisdom, and a few bear secrets about the rift's origin that unsettle preconceived notions about magic and history. The film wisely uses these character interactions to build not just plot momentum, but emotional resonance. A moment of levity can quickly give way to introspection. A jubilant reunion can carry the weight of unresolved doubts. These tonal shifts make the narrative feel alive, reflecting the unpredictable and emotional complexity of real journeys. The rift itself gradually reveals layers of mystery. Strange shards of ancient magic echo through hidden chambers and forgotten ruins, whispering of an age when the boundaries of reality were far thinner than anyone remembered. Some inhabitants recall tales passed down through generations, stories of worlds beyond worlds, of magic that was once boundless before fear drew lines and names. These whispers pull the protagonist not just toward combat, but toward understanding. Mario wonders if the rift is not simply a threat to the kingdom, but a call from it, a forgotten or neglected part of the world seeking reintegration. One of the film's most striking accomplishments is how it weaves emotional arcs into moments of stunning action. Chase sequences through warped landscapes, battles against creatures born of distortion, and enchanted trials all carry kinetic thrills. But the true payoff lies in the characters' responses to these trials. Luigi's journey toward self-confidence becomes increasingly central. With each perilous step, he learns that fear can be a compass rather than a cage, an indicator of what matters rather than what should be avoided. His growth unfolds not in isolation, but in the context of loyalty, sacrifice, and hard-earned trust from others. The princess's role blossoms beyond governance and diplomacy. She delves into the intellectual heart of the mystery, uncovering ancient texts, decoding musical incantations, and even stepping into the field of exploration herself. Her leadership becomes an interplay of empathy, intellect, and unshakable resolve, a reminder that strength manifests in many forms, not just in physical feats. When she stands beside the brothers in their moments of greatest peril, it feels like a summation of the unity the kingdom strives to embody. World building in this sequel gains layers that reflect a living, expanding universe. Floating islands shimmer like forgotten dreams. Rivers of starlight trace paths between realms. Soundscapes shift with mood, from playful bird calls to haunting echoes that feel like the wind learning its own language. Through these elements, the film champions the idea that magic is not static. It is an expression of wonder, memory, and hope. As the climax nears, the source of the rift reveals itself not as a force of malevolence, but as a wounded echo, a remnant of ancient magic whose song was never fully heard, trapped between dimensions and longing for harmony. This revelation reframes the conflict. It is no longer a battle against something terrifying, but a journey toward reconciliation. The heroes must approach not with swords raised, but with hearts open, ready to understand and embrace what was lost or forgotten. This thematic shift elevates the story from a mere rescue mission into something profoundly emotional and symbolic. The final sequences blend breathtaking spectacle with earnest emotion. Gravity becomes fluid, time ripples like wind on water, and the fabric of reality sings as though rejoicing. Mario, Luigi, the princess, and their companions stand together not as solitary champions, but as a chorus of resolve, voices willing to bridge worlds rather than sever them. Their unity becomes the key to restoring balance, reinforcing a powerful message. That strength grows not from domination, but from connection. By the time the story reaches its conclusion, the Mushroom Kingdom has changed, not just physically but spiritually. Colors feel richer, skies feel wider, and every creature seems to carry the echo of new possibility. The heroes return not merely as victors but as witnesses to transformation. Their journey reminds viewers that growth is not solely about conquering challenges, but about listening to forgotten voices, embracing uncertainty, and forging unity across differences. The emotional resonance of the film lingers long after the final frame fades. It leaves audiences reflecting on courage, identity, and the ever-evolving nature of home. Through its blend of heart, humor, wonder, and mythic imagination, The Super Mario Bros. 2 movie transcends its role as a simple sequel. It becomes a testament to the power of adventure, friendship, and the belief that even worlds can heal when we choose to listen and embrace what was once lost. In this sprawling, joyous, and deeply meaningful journey, the Mushroom Kingdom invites us not just to watch a story, but to feel it, explore it, and carry its spirit into our own lives. Spirit into our own lives.